The heats have all been run now in the Interdominion Pacing Championships. The final next Saturday night from Albion Park in Queensland. It's been an outstanding series, some very fast racing. Neil Donnelly has been covering the event for Sportsworld. Neil, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Bruce. Good morning.
One of the best Interdominion series to date?
I think so, Bruce. What we are spoiled up here with is this fantastic track. It's no doubt the fastest track in the country, the Albion Park circuit, the 1,000 metres. It's well banked. The horses love it, the spectators love it, and the times that these horses have consistently produced on 3 nights of fantastic racing has led itself to being one of the best inters in recent years, yeah, sure.
I think the other important thing is that the 7 major players before the event are still very much intact and in the final, and for at least 4 or 5 of them you can make a reason why they might win this final.
Yeah, I guess we came up here thinking that Jack Morris, Master Musician and Chokin were the 3 top picks, and Jack Morris certainly has stood out. His form here has been quite extraordinary, and it seems as if he's got better and stronger as the series has gone on. His first night run was unbelievable on a wet track. They nearly broke Village Kids' track record. He's run in the mile heat when he was out in the hot dog stall on the last turn and still ran second, was extraordinary. And last night he sat outside Impressionist, and it was as if Rod Chambers said at the half mile, well, I guess we better get serious now. Put into overdrive, and he won by 100 yards and ran 56 seconds his last half. He's the standout horse on what he's done, and all the others have to improve to beat him. Master Musician, Chokin. Warrior Khan's been a surprise. Andrew Peace's 4-year-old, he's done a big job. But whether they can improve enough in 1 week to beat Jack Morris, I have my doubts.
Neil, let's go back to Wednesday night, and the most significant of the mile heats, or certainly the fastest. They ran 1:54.6, an Interdominion record, and Christopher Vance returned to form. He was back from 10-1 into 5-1.
300 left to go. They sped up the back straight in 28.5, and the Unicorn the leader. Given a tap with a whip by Dove. He's a length in front of 2 under second. There's still no run for Defoe. 3 wide on the track. Now comes Christopher Vance. Master Musician asked for the supreme effort, spreading hard and fast 4 wide. The Unicorn flat tackled by Christopher Vance. No run for Defoe. Master Musician down the outside, and Warrior Khan with a barnstorming finish. Christopher Vance just in front, and Christopher Vance wins. Close for the minors. Master Musician or Warrior Khan. Hot on their heels was Wiona Warrior.
Warrior Khan, very good there. What's your feeling about the New Zealanders? Christopher Vance was the top horse about a year and a half ago, then Master Musician. We've now got Chokin. Who do you think's the best of the new... and Blossom Lady too? I
think the best is no doubt Master Musician. He's the best, in my opinion. I think he proved that in Melbourne during the Vic Cup series, and the Hunter Cup he won it off 40 metres. I think Blossom Lady, she's a very tough customer, but I've mentioned before on Sportsworld that one thing she can't do is dash for 100 yards, and that'll cost her winning a final. I always think that. Chokin, well, we don't really know. Last night he was just working into the race and had been very heavily backed in his heat last night and got poleaxed and knocked out of it. So we don't really know with him yet. In top company, I think Master Musician, he's the best of the Kiwis, in my opinion. Let's go to the heats last night. Jack Morris, you've already talked about his outstanding performance. The time was brilliant, 1:57.2 over 2,600.
30.3, the first split of the last mile, and Jack Morris went into top gear, and he ran to the front. Jack Morris at the 700, 2 lengths on Impressionist second. Now Hilarion Star set sail out after Jack Morris. Rustic Lad trails up nicely to 4th. Then came Level Advice, followed by Hilarious Gent, who came off the fence. Then So Go, followed by Almost an Angel. Christopher Vance spotting Jack Morris, 8 lengths start. Then came the MC and Franco Glenn last of all. The next split was 29.5, and Jack Morris went 2, 3, 4 lengths clear at the 400. He booted away. Rustic Lad gets to second, giving Queensland a big chance. Hilarious Jet moves to 3rd. Hilarion Star can't go on for the moment. Christopher Vance starts a run, but he's still 6 lengths off the lead. Jack Morris travelling strongly on the final turn. Up the back straight in a brilliant 28.3. It's Jack Morris homeward bound. 2 lengths in front. Rustic Lad tries hard. He's holding second spot. And down the outside, Christopher Vance. But Jack Morris travelling powerfully, 100 metres to go. Jack Morris, the Interdominion favourite, a classy winner. 2nd, Rustic Lad. 3rd, Christopher Vance. And 4th was Hilarious Gent.
Seems to have the qualities, Neil, that make a great horse, that speed and stamina.
He has both. Bruce, that was actually credited as a world record last night. I guess to put that into perspective, the only countries where they race over 2,600 is here in Australia and in New Zealand, but he did produce a mile rate of 1:57 and a piece, and that's pretty handy in anyone's language.
It sure is. Let's go to Heat 8, the second of the heats last night. Chokin gets knocked down here with about 800 metres to run.
It's Defoe a length clear of Blossom Lady second. Third on the inside, Red Chip. In Such a fourth, one out and one back, racing outside of Captain Lee. Then came Chokin, driven patiently on the outside of Pappy McCoy, followed by Lord Muckley. Make a Fuse second last, and now Peace makes a move on Warrior Khan 3 wide. But Morgan on Lord Muckley came out in front of him, and Chokin's about to start a run. 31-3, first quarter of the last mile. Things will start to hot up now. Now, Hello In Such a galloped and badly checked Chokin. Warrior Khan was also involved in trouble. They lost valuable ground. Defoe takes them to the back straight, a length in front of Blossom Lady second. Third, Red Chip. Captain Lee got off the fence and got to fourth. Then Pappy McCoy, followed by Lord Muckley. 2 lengths to Make a Fuse. Chokin will have to turn in a super effort now after getting checked. So will Warrior Khan. He's second last. And In Such a after breaking goes back to the tail. But Defoe travels strongly. With 500 metres, Defoe in full flight. A length to Blossom Lady second. Third, Red Chip on a loose rein. Then came Captain Lee, followed by Pappy McCoy. At the head of the others was Lord Muckley. Chokin still 6 lengths off the lead and running into traffic. Then came Make a Fuse. Warrior Khan still second last, and In Such a last of all. Up the back straight in 27.9. They're on the final turn, and the leader's Defoe. He's looking for an all-the-way victory. Demler goes full bore. Blossom Lady won't give him without a fight, and then Red Chip and Captain Lee. Below the 100, though, the leader Defoe. Blossom Lady grinding away on the outside. Defoe in front. Blossom Lady cutting down the margin. Defoe just in front. I think Defoe might have just lasted from Blossom Lady. It's a photo. Third, Captain Lee, and then Pappy McCoy.
As you said, Neil, she's tough, but it's hard. That's Blossom Lady. Defoe hanging on. Hard to get a real line on Chokin from that, and you'd have to have a question mark alongside of his name.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, because we just don't know what he will do against the best, and it'll be a pressure cooker in the final next Saturday night. Defoe had to win last night to make the final. He did that. I think he's like odds to win it. Blossom Lady, she's honest, and she's probably got a place chance, but I can't see her winning the race.
Well, you can see Master Musician winning if he draws the right barrier. Look at this win and have a look at the performance of Westburn Grant. Flattened at the 300. Unbelievable finishing effort.
Westburn Grant is 7th on the inside with a wall of horses in front of him. Then Franco Tiger still on the back of 2 under, being tracked up dangerously by Master Musician, but he's going to have to come around the entire field. Just in front of him were Barrel Boy and Admiral Chimes. 29.5, first split of the last mile. They go to the 800 and Valley Champ on the outside, and Bad Magic the inner are going hell for leather in front. And the lad third, driven along. Then We Own a Warrior. Here come the back markers. Franco Tiger's off, sweeping around them brilliantly, and he's tracked up by Master Musician. Valley Champ got the better of Bad Magic, but he's in front under Sufferance Only. Franco Tiger draws level. Master Musician's got to third. Then Anvil Lad, followed by Dark Paul, We Own a Warrior. Further back 2 under, he's run his race. Then Admiral Chimes, Westburn Grant third last, and he's got the job ahead. Bad Magic drops out, and Barrel Boy last of all. Franco Tiger takes over at the 400, but here comes Master Musician. He's only a neck away. He's a head away. They get away 3 lengths to Valley Champ. Then came Dark Paul, followed by Admiral Chimes, and Westburn Grant is struggling in midfield. Up the back straight in 29.5. It's a race in 2. Master Musician the outside, Franco Tiger the inner, and they're 5 lengths clear of Dark Paul. Master Musician reaches the lead now from Franco Tiger. He won't give him without a fight, but he's run his race, Franco Tiger. Master Musician striding away. Here comes Westburn Grant flying. Master Musician in front. Westburn Grant flew. Too late. Master Musician wins from Westburn Grant, who motored home down the straight. Franco Tiger's run third in a terrific finish.
And a terrific race as we look at the betting. Jack Morris 6-4 favourite in front of Master Musician and Chokin. At 6 is Warrior Khan, Blossom Lady 7s. Westburn Grant, can he win it again at 12-1? Over the page at 16-1, Christopher Vance. Defoe, Franco Tiger, We Own a Warrior, Level Advice, Rustic Lad. The draw tomorrow, Neil, what's your tip?
I think if Master Musician draws the lead, he'll win. If he doesn't draw the lead, Jack Morris will win.
You've always been a great supporter of Master Musician. You reckon these 2 horses are the best in the world, and at the moment they are the 2. And just briefly, Westburn Grant, he's got a great number of supporters around Australia. Could he make it 2 on end?
If he had the right luck, I guess he could, Bruce. His run last night, how could you argue with that? He was entitled to run on. Sure, he'd had a cheap run on the fence all the way, but he did flash. His last quarter was pretty quick, but the leaders did stop, and that wasn't surprising because they're in the first mile in 56.
Talk to you next week, Neil. Thanks for that. Football Hour coming up after this break.